Good morning, I'm Peter Milios from the Finance News Network. Stocks rose Monday as traders looked ahead to Tuesday's key inflation report, regaining their footing after the S&P 500 and Nasdaq Composite suffered their worst weekly declines in nearly 2 months. Investors will get more inflation data tomorrow when January's Consumer Price Index report will be released, showing if price increases have continued to slow amid central banks' rate hikes. So far, investors seem to be betting on a solid CPI print on Tuesday that shows inflation is cooling and that a pause or pivot in Fed rate hikes may be near. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed 1.1% higher, its best daily performance in February. The S&P 500 climbed 1.1% and the Nasdaq Composite advanced 1.5%. Microsoft led the Dow's gains, rising 3%. Nike, Salesforce and Intel also boosted the index, up 2.5%, 2.3% and 2.61% respectively. This boost could dissipate by the US summer, however, especially as the lagging impact of central bank rate increases tightens global financial conditions. On the flip side, a miss on the Tuesday report would likely signal that the Fed will hike interest rates even more, putting downward pressure on equities. The final leg of earnings season also continues this week, with Coca-Cola, Marriott, Cisco, Marathon and Paramount all reporting. So far, companies have reported worse than expected results, making this year the worst earnings season in more than 2 decades, excluding recessions, according to Credit Suisse. In company news, Ford announced on Monday that they will work with the Chinese company CATL on a $3.5 billion battery plant in Michigan, despite political pushback against Ford's relationship with the firm. And yesterday's Super Bowl highlighted the changing dynamics of markets. The telecast was chock full of commercials targeting Americans' most cherished pastimes: booze, betting, and binging, advertisers noticed. One thing missing from this year's game: crypto ads. Last year was the so-called Crypto Bowl. This year, a crypto shutout. While one of Tesla's biggest critics sponsored a Super Bowl ad assailing the safety of the car maker's self-driving vehicles. Looking ahead, the NFL will solidify its embrace of gambling at next year's Super Bowl, which is being played in Las Vegas for the first time. Overnight, all S&P 500 sectors finished higher except energy. Technology was the best performer, closing 1.8% higher. And in commodity news, a basket of industrial metals that trades in London just notched its best January in more than a decade. US copper futures posted their best first month of the year since 2003. Aluminium prices in London have climbed 10% so far this year. Zinc has added 2.4% and tin has added 11%. The SPY futures are pointing to a 0.7% gain. Thank you for listening.